batteries made out of farts. Is that interesting?
American Auto, Tuesday on NBC.
Tonight, a block so game-changing,
I hit it before you!
it becomes fame-changing.
I'm sorry, Block.
Block Shelton. The Voice, tonight on NBC.
Come see the fresh changes Woodland Creek Furniture has made to its showrooms. There's an ever-changing selection of unique furniture, much of which is made at Woodland Creek's own facility right here in northern Michigan. Did you know we build custom dining tables, vanities, beds, consoles, and more? New nature-inspired accessories are arriving daily, from lighting and lamps to wall art and rugs. You are bound to find that special accent for your home or office. See hundreds of exclusive designs available only at Woodland Creek in Minocqua.
You can stretch your family food budget. Call the Family Food Helpline.
Straight ahead, an agreement has been made to remove the barricades in Lac du Flambeau. We'll hear what the tribe has to say about the temporary solution.
Plus, using technology can be hard. We'll introduce you to a man in Forest County helping people connect.
And the Wausau Curling Club is preparing for a busy week. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. For around 40 days, some Lac du Flambeau property owners lived behind road barricades. The tribe put them up because of a decade-long effort to secure a right-of-way easement that was going nowhere.
Today, some progress. An agreement was reached to remove the barricades while negotiations continue. Officials with the Lac du Flambeau Ojibwe announced that the roads have been temporarily reopened. Town officials held a meeting on Saturday and accepted the tribe's offer to remove the barricades for 90 days in exchange for $60,000 while negotiations for a more permanent solution continue. The permits are in 30-day increments, and the Tribal Council has authorized 3 total for each road that was barricaded. The tribe has had barricaded 4 roads in Lac du Flambeau since January 31st, making it difficult for some people to leave their homes.
And in response to the openings, LDF Tribal President John Johnson Sr. says that this 90-day window provides an opportunity to get this situation resolved. Johnson says, quote, "To be crystal clear, the tribe still expects compensation for unauthorized land use and disregard for our private property. This includes expenses incurred over 10 years, as well as terms to protect tribal lands from unauthorized use, so future generations of tribal memberships can live peacefully without worry," end quote. The full statement can be found on the Lac du Flambeau Band of Lake Superior Chippewa Indians Facebook page.
Jeff, it was a sunny day today, and I still love seeing the sun during showtime.
Yeah, a couple things going on. First off, sun sets at 7 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a cold night ahead, Dan, too.
Well, that will be peculiar, but that's just the start of a peculiar week for us, I
feel
sure.
Like. Lows down near 5 below tonight, followed by there is more snow in the forecast. Let's check out outside currently in Minocqua. Look at this site right now. It's gorgeous, right? The sun shining off the snow in Minocqua, looking great. But overall, this will change, of course, shortly as the sun sets at 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow, a very nice day, warmer, with temperatures in the 30s tomorrow, and then some big changes getting here on Wednesday and Thursday. Right now, though, we're at 22 in Rhinelander, 26 for Merrill, 28 for Wausau. This is not normal. The average high being about 37, 38. None of us did that today. We'll get closer tomorrow, but not quite there yet. So the big snow is kind of pushing over here. See you later behind it. Clear sky is rolling in tonight, and a perfect plot now formed for radiational cooling, meaning low temperatures tonight could reach down to 5 degrees below zero, and we have the snow kind of pushing away. But then our attention turns over here. That's our next system getting here late Wednesday. It's a long duration event once again with snow in the forecast late Thursday into Friday and Saturday. Our forecast tonight, though, just cold with low temperatures down near 4 below. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan, Jessica.
A court has found probable cause to move forward with the case involving a Merrill man that is charged in the drunk driving death of an 8-year-old. 42-year-old John Lottie is in jail, being held on a $500,000 cash bond. On September 17th, Lottie was operating a pickup truck on State Highway 17 near Sunset Road when he crossed the center line into the northbound lane and collided head-on with another pickup. According to the criminal complaint, Lottie blew a .29. Lottie is scheduled back in court on March 28th for his arraignment.
5 people were treated for carbon monoxide poisoning at the Cedar Creek Cinema in Rothschild on Sunday. 4 of the 5 people were taken to a hospital for further treatment. The poisoning happened from an HVAC malfunction. According to the Riverside Fire Department, when crews arrived, a reading showed that carbon monoxide levels were high, near 700 parts per million. The condition of the victims is unclear at this time.
Marshfield Medical Center in Park Falls was built in 1966, and it's showing its age. But right now it's undergoing major renovations, which should enhance care for patients. The $35 million project announced in 2021 has been aided by $20 million from Governor Evers' Healthcare Infrastructure Capital Investment Grant Program. Jeff Euclid is the president of Marshfield Medical Center in Park Falls. He says up-to-date facilities are important, especially in rural areas.
Part of Marshfield Clinic Health System's mission is to support rural health care. So this falls right into Marshfield Clinic Health System's values, mission, and be able to keep health care as close as we can to the communities that we're serving.
Euclid believes that this modernization project will spark the community of Park Falls toward a bright future.
When people look at bringing businesses into Park Falls, health care is a key item for them. And so we continue to work with the city, we continue to work with the county as within our partnerships as another great asset in relation to the communities that we serve.
The hospital is currently under construction. However, Euclid says this doesn't affect day-to-day operations. The project is scheduled to be completed at the end of summer in 2025.
The Wausau Curling Club is ready for the USA Curling National Club Championships this week. The top club teams from across the United States are expected to arrive on Wednesday and participate in the opening ceremonies and start of play on Thursday. Play will continue all day on Friday and Saturday with tiebreakers, semifinals, and finals on Sunday. The Wausau Club will be fielding a men's and women's team. It's open to the public and costs $5 for a single-day ticket, which is available at the Wausau Curling Center. From FaceTiming with relatives to telehealth appointments, technology can make life better.
A new position in Forest County has been tasked with making sure people know how to use that technology. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl was in Crandon today and has more. Nick?
Thanks, Dan. Forest County is one of just 18 communities in the United States that has a digital navigator. The National Digital Inclusion Alliance provided funding for the new position over the next 2 years. The Forest County Broadband Committee received just over $375,000 in grant money to teach people digital literacy skills, which means Steve Watson has a new job.
We're helping people get access to the internet. We're helping them learn new digital skills.
Steve's main office is in Crandon, but he has regular hours at the libraries in Crandon, Leona, and Wabeno. He's also working with 2 tribal communities in the area.
If there's something somebody wants to learn, we find a way to teach it to them.
Setting up a Zoom or a telehealth appointment can be tricky. Steve says there's no job too big or too small, from troubleshooting a slow computer to any other questions.
Questions like, hey, I want to move pictures around on my computer, or I want to move pictures from one device to another.
The combination of new technology and an aging population makes Steve's job that much more important. With the program open to all residents of Forest County, Steve is hoping more people contact him.
Asking for help sometimes is like, oh, hey, I don't want to bother them. Where this is like literally my job, where it's like okay to bother me.
The grant provides funding for the position until the end of the 2025.
Thanks, Nick. The YMCA of the Northwoods is looking for nominations of local teenage role models.
Plus, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office put out a message in regards to ice safety. We'll have the details after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
After 35 years in the home improvement industry, I can tell you that when it comes time to replace windows, most people want to use a solution that's going to last. I'm with Paul Delahunt, president of Renewal by Andersen. So, Paul, how do you know your fibrous composite window is going to hold up over time?
Well, Dean, is the full-service replacement division of Andersen. We've known for a long time that our Fibrix material is 2 times stronger than vinyl and doesn't expand or contract with changes in temperature like vinyl does. But last year, for the first time, we conducted a long-term durability study.
So what did you find out?
Well, the results were excellent. And after 20 years of brutal Minnesota winters and muggy summers, our windows were as easy to open and close as the day they were installed. And our Fibrix material remained incredibly strong with no cracking, peeling, or chipping.
If you're looking for a replacement window solution that's going to last, look no further than Renewal by Andersen.
Call Renewal by Andersen today to schedule your free window diagnosis. Plus, take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. Installation is included. There's never been a better time for you to experience Renewal by Andersen's signature service for yourself. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Tonight, a block so game-changing,
I hit it before you.
it becomes game-changing.
I'm sorry, Block.
Block Shelton. The Voice, tonight on NBC.
Trial begins at 2 o'clock.
I don't know anything about being a lawyer. This man is not a murderer. If I fail, he's facing life in prison.
Quantum Leap, tonight on NBC.
There you are. Pull up a chair. You and I have a lot to go over tonight. First off, what a weekend, right? Temperatures hanging out in the 20s and 30s with lots of snowfall, and there's more of that on the way later on this week. But for now, look what we did over the weekend. Wausau, you're the big winner. You had a heavy snow band sit over you for several hours yesterday. That gave you 15.3 inches of snow over 48 hours. Rhinelander 11.3, Antigo 10.0. So a healthy snowfall for sure. The light fluffy stuff out there. And we're losing our mailboxes now as the snow is getting so deep out there once again. And we're going to add some more to it after we take some away with some rain getting in here late Wednesday night and throughout the day Thursday. Changing over to snow sometime on Thursday, and that snow could be locally heavy again Friday into Saturday. And look how deep this snowfall is out there currently. Now, I know snow falls unevenly, of course, and also melts unevenly. So lots of you have more than this. A lot of you have less than this. But overall, a really good 2 to 3 to 4 foot snowpack is in place across the Northwoods right now. That's going to take some time, of course, to melt across our region. And don't forget that also has lots of weight on it. The average house, about 1,500 square feet. A foot of snow on the roof is about 9,000 pounds of snow. And that's a lot, right? And a couple of you have, 2 feet of snow on your roof. So that's a lot of weight on your roofs out there right now. All right, we did it. Here we go. So all the snow put us in the top 5 snowiest seasons on record in Rhinelander. There it is, 93.6 inches so far, 22 and 23. Will we add to this? Most certainly. How far will we get up the charts? Will yet to be determined. But there's definitely a healthy snowfall on the way for us, most likely later Thursday into Friday. As a classic Colorado low is on the way. These things are strong. These things have lots of oomph. They have lots of energy. They also have lots of moisture. And this one, like the one this past weekend, is going to slow down as it approaches Wisconsin later Thursday into Friday. And that could mean a long duration snow event once again. And that snow could be locally heavy for our area. Here it is now entering the West Coast. Lots of problems across California, again, with flooding and snow. It'll gain strength across the plains tomorrow, also into Wednesday. Now, Wednesday night, we could get some light rain showers across our region. That will quickly fill in with more rain showers early Thursday. But at some point on Thursday, it's going to change over to all snow, rain further south, and that snow could be locally heavy for many hours Thursday night through Friday into Saturday. Again, a long duration snow event's on the way that could really give us a good, healthy snowfall, especially north of Highway 29, with lesser amounts further south as rainfall will likely be a contributor across parts of central Wisconsin. Now, the average high is 37, the average low is 16. I put this in here because tonight, the ingredients are there. Look at the clear skies out there right now, right? clear skies, a fresh snowpack, light winds means radiational cooling. We could have some low temperatures down near 5 below tonight, and many of you could have low temperatures down near 10 degrees below zero tonight. We're 22 in Rhinelander, 28 in Wausau currently, with a dew point there at 12. Very dry air locked in place. Everybody's below average today. Tomorrow, a bit warmer with high temperatures up near 30 or so. And then look, back in the 40s Wednesday and Thursday, dropping quickly on Thursday and hang out below freezing over the weekend. Our forecast ends tonight, though. We're talking about partly cloudy skies, cold air, lows down near 4 below to 10 below this evening. For tomorrow, it's Tuesday. Lots of sunshine. That's going to feel really nice with high temperatures near 33. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Metro shows a nice day tomorrow. And for Wednesday, rain Wednesday night, rain Thursday, changing to snow. Snow locally heavy Friday into Saturday. Jessica?
The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office is reminding the public that multiple lakes around the county are not safe. In a Facebook post from over the weekend, the Sheriff's Office says ice conditions on the lakes are inconsistent and changing from one spot to the next on a daily basis. They say if you're unfamiliar with the waterways and are not with someone who is, please stay off the ice. The message comes after an operator of a UTV and a child fell through the ice Friday night.
Some people joke there are two seasons in Wisconsin, winter and construction. The Three Lakes area will be seeing a combination of the two next week. A culvert is scheduled to be replaced under State Highway 32 at Julia Creek in Oneida County. Now, that work will begin in May, but workers will be tree cutting near the culvert next week in preparation for the actual replacement. Drivers near the culvert can expect a flagging operation the week of March 20th to allow for safe cutting of those trees. This work is currently anticipated during daylight hours only. The culvert replacement is planned to begin on May 8th and be completed later that month. A local award celebrates the hard work and commitment of teens in our communities who have made an impact on others.
The YMCA of the Northwoods wants to remind people that the deadline to nominate a teen for the 2023 YMCA of the Northwoods Teen Character Awards is Friday. According to the YMCA of the Northwoods website, they demonstrate character and action and applaud all of their winners for their accomplishments. If you have a teen you want to nominate, head over to their website, ymcaofthenorthwoods.org. After the break, we'll show you how a bus driver in Minnesota is credited with saving a child.
Plus, President Joe Biden approved a large oil drilling project in Alaska. We'll have the details.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Give any room a fresh look with Mohawk Tile. Mohawk features ceramic, porcelain, and mosaic glass tiles to fit any decor. Pick up Bloomfield Hexagon tiles for only $139 each after 11% rebate. Complete your tiling job with professional installation products from Tech. Unique Power Grout formula is highly stain resistant and never needs sealing. Power Grout is only $18.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently?
I would say no.
Really? No time in prison?
I would say no.
Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Today, the White House opened the country's largest wilderness to energy production when it approved a project for oil drilling in Alaska. The massive project will be about 200 miles north of the Arctic Circle in the National Petroleum Reserve. Almost 600 million barrels of oil could be produced, according to Interior Department estimates. Environmentalists have been critical of the project, arguing it will negatively impact the environment and climate. Alaskan lawmakers and the oil industry strongly supported the drilling, saying it will create thousands of jobs and greatly enhance the country's ability to produce energy. A Metro Transit bus driver is being hailed a hero after he saved a little boy who had wandered off during a snowstorm.
Reporter Jennifer Hoff caught up with him.
Across the entire company, Metro Transit has some 1,100 bus drivers. Standing out in the crowd is Ambrose Young.
I like the fact that I get to help people.
2 weeks ago, Young was at the end of his route, turning around at Worth Park.
So I made a left out of here. There's a child in the road trying to, he was tugging on the handle of the door of a car trying to get in the car. And as I was thinking, I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
The 9-year-old boy was alone and wearing a backpack on a day Young knew school was canceled.
That was the day that it was all the snow in the world decided to come to Minnesota.
What's more, he couldn't talk. Young later learning the boy has autism, but still convinced him to get on the bus, calling the control center Metro shares with its police department.
It was within minutes their transit control center reported that driver Young had already made contact with a child, and it was just a matter of seconds before we realized that was a child that was missing from North Minneapolis.
Officer Juan Peralta said the boy had wandered some 15 blocks like kids with autism tend to do, ruling out any possibility of neglect.
And in this particular occasion, he moved a little bit too fast for the caretaker.
Reuniting him with his family, neither man not wanting to be called a hero.
I consider myself a dad because that's what I would hope someone would do for my child.
Maybe it's his military training or his mother Young calls the most selfless person, but noticing what was a little off made a big difference.
I guess we're guardians of the city, not the galaxy, just the city.
Can anything 20 years old still seem new? Test results say yes. After 20 years of extreme Minnesota weather, Renewal by Andersen windows stand the test of time. But this offer won't. Click now and take advantage of this limited time offer. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
At the age of 10, I put my hand into a piece of farm machinery, and it took my hand off basically like a glove. Shai is very compassionate, caring. He'll do anything for you. Shai is 1 in a million. Just give him a call, because I've went 48 years. Never knowing there was something I could get done.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Lance Truck. We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Hey, Wisconsin neighbors, I'm Alex Worley. Spring is right around the corner. Enjoy your summer vacation on a new Tundraland deck. Lots of options to choose from, and we'll come to you with our free design services. A Tundraland deck expands your outdoor living space, and it comes with a lifetime warranty. Transform your backyard. Call today and get a half-off installation, plus no interest and no payments until 2024.
Eight-corner Tundraland. Tundraland.com.
Builder Service. We're your hometown hardware store. Plumbing, electrical, paint, automotive, keys, tools, lawn and garden. We're more than just a lumberyard. Highway 45 in Elko.
We are lucky to have this much snow. I know that might be nails on a chalkboard for some people, but I had a lot of fun. That's my dad and I skiing at Minocqua Winter Park this weekend. But I actually do want to pivot right now because you said something during the weathercast, Jeff, that I didn't know what you meant, and that was radiational cooling. Can you explain that?
That means that there is some heat that built up throughout the day today, and tonight there's going to be no clouds, which means all that heat has no clouds to keep it in tonight, and it escapes back into space.
It'll radiate.
It radiates back into space. So that means temperatures will drop even quicker tonight, especially with the fresh snowpack out there. There's that fresh snowpack, the clear skies and spots, and, you know, it's just a cold night, right? So a lot of us could have low temperatures tonight down near 10 to 15 degrees below zero. Right now we're in the 20s, and then our 7-day, let's just write this one off for now. We'll get to that at 10 o'clock tonight. There's a lot happening this weekend, especially Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That looks interesting.
But the first day of spring's on Monday, a week from today.
Exciting. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers.
It's almost St. Patrick's Day, and that means we'll be celebrating in a big way. It also means we'll need a big meal to welcome it in style. So today, we're cooking up a classic hearty favorite that's Irish-inspired, yet actually has American roots. All we do is place